What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's well. I'm coming to you with a new little video, a little editing video. I had some questions about a photo I did, so you'll see it in the next one from Kaylee Shoot. And I thought it would be fun to show you how you could use any everyday object to create like a light leak type of lens flare thing. So I took some pictures around the house and the garden, and I'll show you in the video how I did it. I hope this is not too long. I didn't really plan my way through it. I literally just took the photos, and you'll see as I go. I'm just trying to make stuff up. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Try this yourself. If you get any good examples or anything, please send them to me on Instagram. I'd love to see them. And then comment below if it helped or if you had fun with it or whatever. Just I've enjoyed the feedback from you guys, and the last editing video did well. So here's another one. I hope you guys enjoy. Sorry it's been a bit late. I'm working on my other channel. If you want to check out my other channel, it's up here. It's is it up here? No, it's this side. It's a channel about dancers, so I'm not in it. I'm just filming everybody, so it's all the dancers I used to work with or continue to work with, so they're teaching stuff. So if you're interested in dancing or just want to see my other project, it's I think it's this side, up this side. Before we continue, please do the like and subscribe thing, the bell, all that kind of cool stuff. It really helps the channel. I'm really trying to get YouTube going a bit more so I can focus my time all on it and less on actual work, which takes up time from doing this. But enjoy, and I'll see you on my computer. And anyway, thanks for coming, guys. Cheers. I had a bunch of comments on my Instagram about this image, wanting to know how I did just the effects. So I thought it would be a fun way to show you just how you can make anything into this. I'll show you where I got these from. This is from Shutterstock, and it's for free. So I'll give you the link in the description for this too. It's pretty much, you can put anything on an image and then just turn it into screen mode, and then it'll add an effect to it. So this is the finished result. So I'm not going to work on this one. I just wanted to show you the image that people commented on. I've done it again today, so let me just close this one. So this is the unedited image straight out the camera. There's a few things I fixed where I retouched, like this blue cast and this pink cast. I took that out, and then I brightened the shirt a little bit, so stuff. So this is the retouched version. So that's what I did today before this, because I don't want to do all of that in one video. It's going to make it a bit long. I just want to add the effect. So that is the unedited, that is the edited. You can see her top is not blue anymore. It's more blue because I pulled down the highlights to bring back the background detail, so it made her shirt go a bit blue. I cleaned up her skin a little bit, and I made it a bit warmer and stuff. So that would be the retouching. So I can do a tutorial on this, but I kind of wanted to stick to the what my plan was here. So this is just adding anything to create this is obviously a little over the top, but to add lens flares and what would you call it, light leaks from the side. So there's very easy ways to do it in Photoshop, and then there's ways to create these, and then you can obviously download things that you can overlay. Anything with a black background will work well. I'll show you some examples, but this is just an example I wanted to do, so I'm going to take that away, and then I'm gonna flatten this just so that we can work on the retouched version. Okay, so these are the one. Let me just show you. Here's the overlays. So I took random pictures around the house. So I took these things. It's a leaf and another leaf and a bottle and pens, and these are just color things that will turn into colors really well. The reason I shot this out of focus is out of focus things will work better. So bokeh is often out of focus light elements in the background. So if you look at this image, this is pretty much bokeh out of focus, and then these are ones that I just found online, like free to use stuff. It's stuff with a black background will work perfectly, but I'll show you how to use these things that are in focus. These are Sharpies, and there's tomatoes, and you can use anything. So I'm not going to do the exact same edit, but I will show you what I did. And I wanted to use these just to make it a little, just show you how you could actually maybe add a shoot the model, and then when you're done, walk around, grab some elements of stuff out of focus. Like these things actually worked very well, that one and the pen. So I'm going to play around. I'm going to show you a few things, and then we're going to see what we can come up with. So these ones are the ones you get from Shutterstock. So these ones, there's a whole bunch. I just chose a few out of this so you don't have to look at the whole thing. I'll show you how to use these. If you go, I will put it in the description. Where is it? So I saved the link. So this is the link over here. There's a whole bunch of like overlays you can download for free for Shutterstock. and then they work really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull some of these elements into here, and then I'll show you what to do. So things with dark backgrounds, like I'll show you these ones first. So we put this one in here, and then maybe we'll bring it down a little bit, and you put it where you want it. So say you want some floating bits over there, then all you do is you take this one and you turn it to screen. So your blending mode to screen, and screen will almost always, well, it will take away all the dark stuff, so the blacks and stuff. Let me show you normal. So the blacks will disappear and everything will become a little bit lighter. It also works over dark areas much better than works anywhere else. So if you look what it looks like on a light area, it kind of disappears, but anyway dark, it really shows through. And then the best way to use these is not to use it as is. You will get a harsh line around the top here. So what you must do is pull it to an edge, and then all you do is you give it a mask, and then your soft brush, and then remove the bits that you don't want. You always want to remove. Oh, that's not a soft brush. So you remove the bits that you don't want, so it can just fade into the image a bit better. Let me just add another one. So these ones from Shutterstock, you'll see a lot of them don't have color. So when you put it in, it kind of looks like nothing. Then you put it on screen mode, still kind of looks like nothing. Then all you're gonna do is you're gonna push Control U, which will give you the hue on the layer, so it won't make a new layer. And then you pretty much click colorize, and you bring this up, and then it's all about just choosing the color you want. So let's say we get it like a hair. There we go. And then Control T, and then move it to where you want it, and then you'll see. So now you've added a lens flare kind of color cast to the image. So this is the easy way. So once you have, so if you've got a big collection of stuff, you can just always come back and find them. So all of these things work really well. You don't have to do, so what I was saying, put this to screen. You don't have to click colorize. Colorize, it just lets you make the whole layer a specific color, right? You can leave it off colorize, and then if there were, let me just put it in the dark so you can see. If there were elements that were like a little bit different color, it'll change the hue of all of it. So it depends. Colorize just works very well, and just bring up the saturation a lot, and then all you have to do is move it around. I like to do the colorize thing just because I can really make it one color. And then these will be light leaks that you just add in everywhere. So it's very simple. The other method, let me delete all of these. Okay, so let me remove all of this. The other method that's really simple that always works for quite well is you take a gradient, or you take a normal paintbrush, but let's just show you with gradient. You go from color to nothing, so foreground to nothing, and then you choose a good color. Usually red always works well, so we'll put red. So all you do is you make a new layer, turn it to screen, and then drag a color in. So there you already have a light leak, just like that. This is the very simple way. You can also take a paintbrush, and while it's on screen, you can draw. So you could actually take something and create your own little thing. You could even you can even create some like artificial bokeh stuff. Like if you clicked a bunch of times, it'll all work very well on screen. So you can create these yourself. So I wanted to show you how to use everyday objects to just shoot them around the house. I literally walked outside today and I just took pictures of stuff, and then I brought them in here. So I'm going to try use them as we go. I did that one test run, but I didn't do a lot of them. So what I'm going to do is let's say we pull these Sharpie tips in here. Then we'll rotate it, and then we'll stretch it a bit. Okay, now as is, if we put it on screen, you'll see it's already got quite a cool effect going on, but you can still see the Sharpie, right? So all you want to do, you can always rasterize these, it just makes life easier. And then filter, and then blur. You can use any of these blurs, but Gaussian blur is easiest. And then just get it to the point where you can't see its pens anymore. So now what you'll do is just you invert this, and then you paint black where you don't want it. So let's say we remove, oh, that's too sharp. We remove all of this. Remove it off our face a little bit. If you're wondering, I'm using a Wacom tablet, the cheap one. It's just the art one. It's not even a pro. I just like that it's small, so that's why I use these. But I mean, there you've got let's take away the harsh edges. Maybe take away the white. So now you already have quite a cool effect going on there. And then same thing, you can go Control U, and you can change the hue of all of it. If you want it all one color, you can colorize it and then just pull it up, and then you have like, I mean, if you had to draw this in with a pen, it wouldn't look like this. You couldn't, well, you could, but I mean, it's going to take forever. This just gives you an organic one-click option with anything. As long as you blur it, it will look good. And then the reason I was saying you shoot them out of focus is because then you don't have to blur them. So you can literally just put your camera on manual focus, pull it out of focus, and then layer it in here. So let's say we put this like this, and then we go screen. There it already looks quite cool. And then we mask out the hard edge. You could also Gaussian blur, it will take the hard edge out, but there's the hard edge out. And then Control U, click the layer, Control U. We can saturate it and tweak the colors a little bit, which is quite interesting. The other thing you can do, if you do Control L, will give you levels, and then like I was saying, the black stuff will disappear better. So if you start tweaking the contrast, it will actually change the look of that as well. More of it will disappear, and it will make it a bit different looking. So just play with stuff. I mean, it's very easy to just add new Lightleaks always look cool, especially with Instagram. People really enjoy those. If it was a client's portfolio or model portfolio, I wouldn't bother, but because this is like more of a creative project that I did for YouTube, I'm allowed to mess with the images. The model's also quite nice, so she let me mess with the images. But I mean, so let's say we take these and say we don't want all of it, we just want a few specks flying across the room. Then we go screen, and then let's say I want that on another place, so I'm going to go Control J, and I'm going to move it over here, and I'll flip it, and I'll make it smaller so it doesn't look the same. And then we'll make that one a different color, so we got Control U. Oh, that doesn't work so well. Desaturate it a little bit. And then with these, even these, those are a bit harsh, so what I would do is you rasterize this, then you go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and you try and get them just to the point where they don't have a hard edge anymore. Let's just see. There we go. The other thing you can do, if you want to change parts of these colors but you don't want to make a whole new layer, all you do is you click the layer, make sure it's rasterized, otherwise it won't let you. Change your brush type here to color, and then all you're going to do is you take the color you want and you paint it right over the dots that you want to change color. So if you just want some of them to be different colors, just whip it out like that. Yeah, and then let's say you want to add some like drastically different color. Let's do this. See what I mean? But I mean, this is all like a little bit of a creative process. So if you want to see what I did here, I literally put just a paintbrush glow over there and over here, and that is literally those blue ones that I've put on. I didn't do a lot to this image, but it has quite a cool framing effect. So I would play with it a little bit. I'm going to work on one right now, and I'm going to speed edit it. I'm going to try use weird things like the leaf and stuff, so you guys can watch it in high speed. But I hope this works. Just play with it a bit and let me know if you got some cool examples. Just send it to me on Instagram. I'd love to check out what you did and what you used to do it with. And if you haven't seen the behind the scenes with this model with Kaylee, I'll put a link up there in the corner now. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments what you think. Please subscribe and like, it helps the video out a lot. Anyway, enjoy the speed edit, and then see you next time. Cheers.
Coming at the barbershop too lit. Pocket full of nickels blowing super draw. Smoother than the Cadillac with cruise control. Doing what I do, you know. Women playing hard to get. As I pull up on the boulevard, flossing it. Like, ain't that boy cold? Ain't that boy cold? Something like a freezer, ain't I? Even when I seem kinda out of season, ain't I? Up to date with it. Do your thing, don't play with it. Fade away sweet like Jay did it. Swish, summertime with a winter breeze.